Good morning, students. Today we continue our lecture on chemical bonding. This lecture is presented by me, Vanit Ghatak, your chemistry teacher. So, let's begin. Dear students, today we will start a new topic. The topic named is molecular orbital theory, or in short, we can call it MOT, that is molecular orbital theory. This is the lecture number 1 of this theory. Okay. So let's begin. Here we know that atoms are joined together to form a molecule. Suppose here take a diatomic molecule. Suppose in case of H2, that is one hydrogen atom will combine with another hydrogen atom and then it will form H2 molecule. Okay, so when one hydrogen atom is being combined with another hydrogen atom, it will form a H2 molecule. So this H2 will be a molecule. This H2 is a hydrogen molecule. Okay, but this H and this H is the atoms. Okay, so atoms having the orbitals are called atomic orbitals. Atoms having the orbitals of the atoms are called atomic orbitals, or we can say orbitals of atoms are called atomic orbitals, and the orbitals of molecules are called molecular orbital. Orbitals of molecules are called molecular orbitals. Okay, so in short, atomic orbitals or orbitals of atom, that is in case of orbital or hydrogen, orbital of single hydrogen atom is called the atomic orbital, or called in short AO, atomic orbital or AO. In case of when two atoms of hydrogen are joined or combined together to form a molecule like H2. So here H2 is a molecule and its orbital will be called as molecular orbital or AMO. Okay, so let me repeat myself. More than one, mainly two. Suppose in case of diatomic atomic molecule, when two hydrogen atoms are combined together to form a molecule, that will be called a molecular orbital. The orbital of a molecule will be called a molecular orbital or MO. Okay, similarly, when the orbitals of atoms, here two hydrogens are combined, so here the here the orbitals of two hydrogens are called the atomic orbitals. Okay, so orbitals of atoms are called atomic orbitals and the orbitals of molecules are called the molecular orbitals. Okay, here we can see here, so two or more than two atomic orbitals, this is the one hydrogen atom and other is hydrogen atom, so these orbitals are the atomic orbitals. So atomic orbitals, this AO plus AO, this atomic orbital can combine in two ways. Okay, two atoms can combine in two ways in their orbital perspective. Okay, so what happens, the atomic orbitals can merge to form a one molecule, that is they can add to one another and they can subtract. Okay, so here these two hydrogens, suppose, okay, these two hydrogens orbital, this one and this one, okay, they are having a constructive overlap. That means constructive overlap means they are submerged, they are having a plus. Okay, they are having a plus. Okay, so that means they are additive in nature because of their similar symmetry. That means they have similar property, as both the hydrogen orbital have similar property, similar symmetry. The property is being defined as by symmetry. Okay, as symmetry is a larger concept, it is not in your syllabus, but just know that when two of the atomic orbitals having the similar symmetry or same kind of symmetry, they submerged and they form a large molecular orbital. This is the large molecular orbital. Okay, but when, so this overlap is being called as constructive overlap because they are forming a new molecular orbital which have gained higher amount of overlap region, because here the overlap region is higher. Okay, but in case of, suppose here in this case, in the second number of case, here the both this one and this one having the different symmetry. One is represented by yellow and other atomic orbital is represented by blue. So these two atomic orbitals have different symmetry. As their atomic orbitals have different symmetry, that is why they do a destructive overlap. That means they are subtracted to each other, they are not additive. Their overlap region is not additive. Here the overlap region is additive, that is why it is getting bigger. But here as their symmetry is different, that is why they are getting a subtractive overlap. That means their overlap region is getting smaller. So that is why here the overlap region is higher, but here the overlap region getting smaller because of the subtractive nature of overlap. Okay, so that is called as destructive overlap. When the overlap regions, when the symmetry, remember the thing is when the symmetry is same, if the symmetry is same, when the symmetry is same, then the overlap region gets added. Okay, so that is why the overlap region gets bigger. Okay, and it is called as constructive overlap. When the symmetry is different, here the symmetry is different. Okay, that is why their overlap region doesn't, here the symmetry is different. You can see that here is positive and here is negative, one is colored by yellow and other is by blue. So here the overlap region will not be additive, it will be a subtractive. Okay, so that is why their overlap region will get lesser, Okay, so and this phenomenon is being named as destructive overlap. Okay, when symmetry is same, there will be the overlap region will be greater, and this phenomenon is called as the constructive overlap. But when the symmetry is different, here in this case, then the overlap region gets lesser because of the subtractive overlap. Okay, so there the atomic orbitals doesn't get added up, they are getting subtracted from one to another. Okay, and that is why the overlap region gets lesser. Okay, and this phenomenon is being known as destructive overlap. Okay, so let's move to the next slide. That is, here we can see there is two defined atomic orbitals. If the atomic orbitals get same property, if the atomic orbitals give the same symmetry, if the atomic orbitals having the same symmetry, then what happened? They have added to one another, and their atomic orbitals added. As the atomic orbitals added to the overlap region gets increased. And that is why it is being called as constructive overlap, and the molecular orbital we get from here is called as bonding. Here you can see, here the constructive overlap is being occurring, and as the symmetry is same, so the two atomic orbitals are added to each other, and that is why the constructive overlap will be occurring, and that is why the overlap region will be higher, and this will form a molecular orbital. This molecular orbital called as the bonding molecular orbital, or BMO, bonding molecular orbital. Okay, when the constructive overlap is being ongoing, and that will form a molecular formula, because we know when two atomic orbitals are submerged, they will form a molecular orbital, and that molecular orbital, if the symmetry is same and the bonding is additive and the overlap is additive, then it is called as bonding molecular orbital. But here suppose here the symmetry is different, suppose in between the two atomic orbitals, then what happen? They will be getting a subtractive overlap. As the subtractive overlap is going on, that is why there will be a destructive overlap, and that is why the molecular orbital formed in the destructive overlap is being called as antibonding orbital, or ABMO, antibonding molecular orbital. So when symmetry is same between the two atomic orbital, they give a additive atomic orbitals which lead to form a bonding molecular orbital. Okay, but when the symmetry is different between the atomic orbitals, they give a subtractive atomic orbitals which lead to form a antibonding molecular orbital. So for subtraction we get antibonding molecular orbital for any orbital that is different to each other. Okay, for different symmetrical atomic orbitals we get a subtractive overlap, that is why we get an antibonding molecular orbital. But where the atomic orbitals having same symmetry, there will be a constructive overlap, that is why we will getting a bonding orbital, bonding molecular orbital. And remember one thing, for bonding molecular orbital, the energy of the bonding molecular orbital will be lesser. Here you can see this is the energy curve. So here the bonding molecular orbital having the less energy, bonding molecular orbital having the less energy, so more stability. The energy is less, so stability is more. It is more stable, and the stability is higher. But here in the case of antibonding molecular orbital, the energy is higher but stability is lesser. So remember, for bonding molecular orbital, that is BMO, the energy is lesser, but it is the higher stability, but it has the higher stability. But in case of antibonding molecular orbital, the energy is higher but it has the lower stability. Okay, so this is the introduction class of molecular orbital theory. I hope you guys have understood this part very well. If you get any kind of doubt, you can always ask me in the comment section below. Okay, so thank you very much.